Okay, this article is straight out of the CDC. An unvaccinated teacher who spread COVID 19 to 50% of students in a classroom after taking off a mask to read. CDC. That's, of course, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Now, let me just say this before reading. There's a lot of fuss from some parents about having their kids wear masks and so forth. We know that kids like between the ages of 5 to I believe 11, there's no approved vaccine for them. So that means if they come down with COVID, that's it. It's good luck. We don't know whether they're going to end up in the ICU, just feel sick, or in a regular hospital bed. Kids 12 and up, while there's a vaccine, still, if they're not wearing a mask. So let's go through this article. An unvaccinated teacher started a COVID 19 outbreak that spread to 26 people, the CDC reported. The school required masks, but the teacher didn't always wear one when reading aloud, the report said. People spit out more viral aerosols when they're talking, which makes it extra important to mask. See more stories on Insider's business page. An unvaccinated primary school teacher in Marin County, California, spread COVID 19 to 26 other people, including 50% of their classroom, after spending 2 days sick with the coronavirus at school while not always masking. Wow, if she's sick with coronavirus, shouldn't she be in quarantine? According to the new Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report. The report published Friday highlights how vital it is to both vaccinate and mask elementary school teachers to protect children under 12 who cannot get vaccinated yet. We know how to protect our kids in school. We have the tools, CDC Director Rochelle Walensky said Friday, discussing the report during a White House COVID 19 briefing. The teacher in question was both symptomatic and unvaccinated, Walensky said, and was unmasked when reading aloud to the class, whose students were also too young to be vaccinated. The teacher's action resulted in 12 COVID 19 cases among the class of 24 kids, along with 6 other illnesses at the K-8 school, and 8 parents and siblings were infected, the report said. The investigation used viral genome sequencing to determine the cases were all likely related. Right? All the COVID 19 cases sequenced in the outbreak were classified as the Delta variant. Ah, that's a dangerous one. Delta variant, which is about twice as contagious as other versions of the virus. Let's see if I get rid of this. No one was hospitalized. And right here, they show where the teacher was sitting, students and so forth. This is a diagram of the classroom right there. Teacher sitting up here. Right? This person sitting all the way back here gets infected. Wow. See, the CDC drew up a map of the classroom which shows the prevention measures that have been taken. Student desks were spaced apart 6 feet Windows and doors were left open to promote good ventilation, and an air filter was installed at the head of the class. Kids' adherence to CDC guidelines on both masking and distancing in school was high in class, according to interviews the CDC conducted with parents. But with an unmasked, unvaccinated teacher at the helm, none of that appeared to matter much. See? So those parents who said, well, you know, their kids don't really have to wear any mask. They can go to school. What about the teacher? What if the teacher gets sick and is spreading COVID? This is what they have to take into consideration. That the teacher could be ill, spreading COVID, and your little kid is sitting there and probably end up in the ICU. And I saw some kids in the ICU. It's happening. So you can't say no. You know, kids that are die young, it's not going to affect. That's not true anymore. It's not like last year. This is a different strain, the Delta. The attack rate in the two rows seated closest to the teacher's desk was 80%, 8 of 10, and was 21%, 3 of 14 in the three back rows, the CDC report said. The finding underscores what other experts have been saying for a while now. More adults need to be vaccinated to protect everyone from the Delta variant. 6 feet is not magical, Mike Osterholm, the director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, said Thursday on his podcast, stressing that he thought the CDC guidelines didn't go far enough to prevent the spread of the more contagious Delta variant. We can make schools safer, and we have to do that, Osterholm said. The first thing we do is we use our vaccines. And you can read the original article on Business Insider.